Starting today, I'm going to put a heavy emphasis back on creating YouTube videos for writers, and it's going to be part of an entirely new strategy that I'm using for teaching people writing in general. So I recently have been developing a new brand that's going to be a rebrand of what I'm doing right now. It's going to be totally focused on you guys. So right now, the channel is called IO the Writer. My website's called iOTheWriter.com. And I wanted to rebrand things and put the focus on you, which is why I have recently purchased a new domain. I'm going to be renaming the channel, and the overall brand that I'm going to be creating for you guys is going to be called Pro Writer. Right? So this concept of Pro Writer is something that I've been thinking about for a really long time. I want to create something for you guys to help you achieve one goal and one goal only in your life. And that goal is to help you become a professional writer. So what do I mean by professional writer, right? So we're going to go through, I'm just going to talk about some things I have in the works, talk about the mission, the goal for what I have going for you, and just make some definitions of some terms so that you know what you need to do to succeed, right? So in my opinion, you are a professional writer the minute you get paid for your words. So the quickest way to do that, and the strategy that I'm currently focused heavily on, is writing on medium.com, right? So Medium is a website that pays you directly for your words. I have a Flagship Medium program, which you can check out in the description below. I have free programs, free email courses, all that stuff you can take a look at below. But what I've been doing over this past couple months has really been focusing heavily on education about how to succeed on Medium. And as I do that, this primary strategy that I'm teaching right now, what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of months, over the next couple of years, is going through and practicing new writing techniques. And then after I've gone through and successfully achieved some of those writing techniques, I'm going to teach them to you. Right? So for me, I've always wanted to make sure that I'm learning how to do the skill first before I teach it to you. So I spent 8 years on Medium. I've made nearly $500,000 writing on Medium. I've published countless blog posts on Medium, right? So that's going to be my primary focus really for this next 18 months to 2 years. I'm still going to be heavily focused on Medium because that's the flagship. That's the quickest path to monetization for writers. You could start writing on Medium and start making money within this next 30-day window, right? So I would check out some resources that I have in the description below pertaining to that. But over time, as I learn new things, for example, I'm maintaining a weekly Substack account. I am practicing my writing on LinkedIn. I am practicing my writing on Twitter. I have some freelance clients already, and I'm going to be practicing getting more of those. As I've built my own business, I've studied different techniques to persuade and market my writing, such as writing copy, creating sales pages, email funnels, right? So as I go through and test all these different components of writing and building a writing business, one thing I'm going to be doing is documenting a lot of that stuff on here. And then as I feel I'm supremely confident that I can not only get those results for myself, but then be able to test them out on you guys and get them to work, that's when I'll move into, maybe paid programs for other aspects of writing. I have a lot of different things going on. I have some students working with me in beta, in different coaching programs and things like that. So everything I'm doing right now is making sure that all the advice that I give to you is tested wisdom. And through this channel, as I'm learning things in real time, I'm going to be documenting and sharing with you. So I've spent nearly a decade practicing my writing, and now is my time to step in as a teacher, as a mentor, as a role model for you, and then turn this thing into a full-fledged, really large-scale business. And then that's where you come in as well. One thing I want you guys to also consider is that part of my mission, part of my journey, is that I want to bring other people along with me, right? So one of the things that I've been thinking about over the years is how can I vertically kind of integrate the people that I'm working with so that we can build together. And I've come up with several really good ideas. For one, since I'm creating a forward-facing brand in Pro Writer, that now means since I've taken my name off of the brand, there can be more than one person working on the brand, and there can be people who can work with me, work for me, etc. Right? So I've already hired students in my programs to do certain jobs for me. I have a plan to have eventually students or just people in general, fans who have experience to help me create content for the brands, right? And this includes me providing paid work, which I've already done. So what I want you to think about is not just becoming a better writer, right? I want you to think about how you can be a part of this, not just for me, but to develop your own skills and really work with me, let me mentor you, let me help you along while we all build this thing together, right? So for example, one of my top students, Naharika, at this point, we've done like 3 or 4 major, pretty big business deals, right? Where we've done affiliate launches on products together. I have sent her free resources out to my email list to where she was able to pick up massive amounts of subscribers, right? We've done co-hosting coaching calls, things like that. So when I'm looking for someone that I want to work with, the best people for me to work with are going to be the people that I personally know, that I've trained them how to do things well, right? So if I need a job done for my website, for example, let's say I want to pay someone a couple $100 to write an article for my website, who better to source for content than someone who I taught how to write? Then I won't have to worry about checking their work back and forth. I won't have to worry about the quality of the work because I know that I taught them, right? So what you want to be thinking about, this isn't just some ploy to get you to join my programs. It doesn't have to be, you don't even have to take any programs with me, but use this educational content that I'm going to be putting out over the next couple months so that you can get good at the skills that I'm going to need when I'm delegating out things and helping to grow this brand, right? And another thing that I really want to do moving forward and focusing on is I don't want this just to be about me, right? So this isn't just about me having people work for me and work with me just to build a brand. One thing I want to do in turn is be able to work closely with people, mentor them, so then they can go out and do their own thing. Like my dream for an amazing company would be that I have a bunch of people who work with me, work for me, but then eventually they go spawn off and do their own things. I don't want to hold people forever. I want you guys all to become superstars in your own right. And then when it comes to the overall philosophy of the way that I look at the writing game, I've been pretty brutally honest in the way that I teach things. And I do that because I don't want to create pipe dreams for people, right? So when it comes to writing, there's only going to be a select handful of you that ever make it to my level. There's only going to be a select handful of you that even make it past 90 days, 6 months, a year to reach some of those heights. So what I'm doing with this stuff isn't just going to be a broadcast to the masses. I'm really trying to help some writers go pro. My goal is to build a small army of influential writers that are some of the top names in the game, and I want you to be one of those people. And I'm going to do what I can to help you become one of those people. But you in turn have to do the work. Building a writing career is hard. You're going to have to do a lot of work. You're going to have to create a lot of content. So I'm going to do what I can to help you get there and create as many educational resources as possible. But then you have to help me and help yourself by doing the work. So what I want you to do now is take a look in the description. I'm going to have a Google form. And what I want you to do is either in the form, it would be preferable in the form so I could see it later, or in the comments, I want you to give me ideas for the things that you want me to teach. I want to be teaching you guys stuff that you want to learn. So if you take the time to fill out that survey, I will create content based on the things that you put there. So we're creating a custom tailor-made education. But this is a brief video just to let you know the channel is back on track. We're back popping. I'm going to be making a lot more videos. And if you want me to make something, just let me know and I'll do my best to make it. And then moving forward, make sure that you're continuing to work with me so that eventually down the road, you can achieve big things on your own, right? So a couple things that you need to do right now, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell because you're going to get those brand new videos when they come out, and then go in the description and check the resources. I have a free 5-day Medium course for those of you who want to get initiated. It's totally free where you can learn to make money right now. So go down and check that out. Check out the free course. See what's going on with that. Let's get you on Medium and start getting you paid. So then by the time these other educational resources come out, you already have momentum and you're ready to go. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I will talk to you guys